Hello guys, welcome to my channel Techie Mishraji, and in this session we are going to learn and discuss about what is Minikube and how to set up a small Minikube cluster in our Ubuntu machine. So let's start with what is Minikube. So if you know that Minikube is a single node Kubernetes cluster that runs locally on your machine because both master and worker nodes are running onto the same cluster on the single node. The what is the purpose and benefit of it? So this is specifically used by the students, the learning person, so that they can do build and break things without touching the production. So if you're a new, if you're learning, this is the best thing because you don't have to run your Kubernetes cluster onto the cloud and you don't have to pay anything extra. Only prerequisite is your machine should be supporting virtualization and it should be having a good memory and CPU configuration with, if possible, a graphics card so that it won't heat up. So, great. So, where are we going to start? So, we are going to break this whole setup of the Minikube installation into a couple of steps. Okay. And so, the first step from my end will be so what I've done is to make it very simple for you, prerequisite, update system. Step one is the, prerequisite, then update the system, which is your Ubuntu machine, then install the dependencies, then kubectl, minikube installation, configuring the Docker driver because this needs a Docker driver to be there because it's going to run in that. Then start the minikube, verify the cluster, enable add-on if you need, or then stop and delete at the end if you want to delete it. So what are we going to do? So let's start with mm, prerequisite, maybe. So what is the requirement, right? So before that, let's not waste much of the time and we'll directly jump to the lab work where we are going to do this clear and we'll start with the prerequisite. So as I said, your system should be having a good CPU and memory. So my step one will be to start updating the system. So sudo and apt get upgrade -y. So if there is any package which needs an update or which needs an upgrade, we are going to do that. And I'm passing the -y so that it will not ask a user permission for going ahead. So this will take a couple of minutes depending on how many package and how many needs an upgrade or how many needs an update. So just give it a minute, not more than that. I hope because yesterday I have done the update on this. But since I have installed Docker some time back, so this might need some patching required. Okay, let's talk about what are the step two. Step two says we have to install all the dependencies, which will need installation of wget, app transport, HTTPS, then CS certificate, which we have already done into the Docker installation, then same will as be released for the GNU-PG. We are going to cover. And there is one only additional thing which we are going to do it here is installation of the package called or the dependency app transport HTTPS. Wow, so this is done. Now let's install the dependencies. So I was talking about this. If you remember during the Docker in my previous episode, we have done this, we have done this, we have done this. So we are installing wget and this two packages. This will not take much time because only two is required. Rest three has been already done. So as I said, let's go to the next step. So step three is installation of the kubectl. So what is kubectl? Kubectl is nothing less than the command line interpreter for connecting and talking with your Kubernetes cluster. Since Minikube is a Kubernetes of single node cluster, so we need this. Does it say? C curl, and we are from Google APIs. We are downloading this Kubectl package. We are changing the mode, the permission there, so that it can execute. We are moving the kubectl from the current folder to this particular folder. Then we are checking kubectl version client. So let's enter. I could have done it in multiple steps, but instead of doing, I just, thought of clubbing all the steps in one. So this is completed. This is downloaded. Here, client version you can see, and version client, customize version. This is the customize. So customize is one of the very good package which we will use when we do when we'll start learning Kubernetes in the future videos. Okay. Now let's move to step number 4, which is the installation of Minikube. Right now we have only installed the kubectl, which is the you know a, mediator between Kubernetes cluster and a human, so that we can talk with the Kubernetes cluster through the command line. Okay. Now we are downloading the latest package of Minikube Linux and then installing it in our local machine at this particular folder. Great. After this, we are going to verify whether it's been installed or not. So let's wait for a minute to get this download and installation complete. Great. Now, step number, it's a part of the same previous step, Minikube, and then we will check the version. Yep. So we have got it. The commit message is already there. This was the version which we have installed right now. Now let's configure the Docker. So since we are going to use Docker driver for Minikube. So let's do the setup of configuration of Minikube so that every time when it will start, it will use the driver Docker. For that, Minikube config set driver and Docker. This changes will take effect upon a Minikube delete and then a Minikube start. Great. So let's start the Minikube. Minikube start and then driver equal to Docker. Now what this is going to do, let's see what error I have got. Okay, exiting due to DRV as root. Okay, so since we are in root, so we need to get out of it. We cannot run this with the root permission. Is it like that? Something maybe? So we need to change. So let's exit. Uh, what else we can do? Mm, Okay, let's open a new window. Here also it's coming with the root. So, okay, let's do one. Add a new user. What we are doing? Sudo group add docker and sudo docker user. We are running this already exists. No, I'm not gonna do that. Docker ps. Let's see. It's running. Okay, so I think we should create a new user. Let's create a new user with my name and give it sudo per so sudo add user. I'm creating a new user, new password. Okay, done. Wow, done. So what next? Let me give him sudo user mode and sudo to Kanhaiya. Done. Let's check. Still change the user to Kanhaiya, but before that, this. So what does it say? This must show once in a disable home hash file login. Great. So now let's clear this and sudo who am I? I'm root. So exit switch user Kanhaiya. Now if I type who am I? Kanhaiya. So I'm a normal user now. Great. This we have done. Okay. Now we are going to again start our Minikube. Start driver Docker with Minikube. What is Docker hyphen version? It's there. System Ctl this Docker active and running. Great. Okay, let's Minikube status. Okay, so since we installed Minikube into with the user roots, all the files, everything has gone into root directory. So I think I have to start it with the scratch. Let me quickly do this and come back on the step where we want to work on this. So this will download the Kubectl and let's check the Minikube version after this. Okay, we have got it. Now let's set this for the default. Great. I think now my Minikube will start. No, what is there now? So the last one says that I need to provide a Docker new group denied while Docker. Okay, so I have to give this. So for that, let me clear this and we have to create a new group called Docker and invalid. Wow. Hmm, that's weird. I was not expecting this. Great. Sudo switch user Kanaya new group Docker. Wow, that is something weird. Why I'm getting this? Hmm, Docker. Hmm, Am I missing something here? Because of one single user, this all error is coming up now. Let's check where does this Kania sudo users. So we have all permissions. Yes. Okay. Let me restart this. I think I should do it once. WSL shut down. I'm gonna start it now. Ubuntu. Hmm. This is something new happening. Okay. So who am I? Root, which can yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, so it needed a restart to take all the changes effect. So now what's happening? Let's see here. Using driver Docker with root privilege, starting Minikube primary control plane node with Minikube cluster. It's downloading the whole package here, and then it will install it, and then we will be good to go ahead. So where are we? Okay, we are into the installation of or starting. Yeah, this will go for some time because there are many steps which it need to perform. It have to create the internal networking for the Kubernetes cluster because as we know, your outside networking will be different, but internal networking to talk between the pod to pod and container to container will be a different architecture. They talk in a different, which is not open to your laptop or to the public. It's going to use two CPU and 3 GB of memory from my local machine. That's why in the initial part I said we need a good configuration laptop. That's the first prerequisite to set up any, Kubernetes cluster in your machine, and that's why we have chosen Minikube because it takes less. If you create two nodes, it takes more resources. So I think we are good. So let's try something and what we can do. Let's change the source first to ZSHRC. No? Okay. Leave it. Kubectl get node. Wow. So we have got it. Minikube status. Okay, let me clear this and get it to top. What does it say? Type control plane, host running, kubelet running, API server running, kubeconfig running. So we have successfully done the installation and setup of Minikube cluster in our Ubuntu machine. See, it's running here. If I open this, where does it take me? Advanced. It's the same data. So, wait. You want to see Minikube dashboard? We have to enable few add-ons which I have already done. So I don't think it will take much time, and then we can go to the Minikube dashboard where you can see the Kubernetes, a node, and all the configuration settings on the browser instead of CLI. Here it's ready. So we are into the dashboard right now. Let's see how many pods. There is nothing. Let's check the nodes. Here it is. And if you want to create a pod, you can create lemon set deployment. It's all empty, right? So we are good. What else is pending? So since I have already done it, but let me show you the command to enable the two things, which is the dashboard. This was the dashboard, and this is for metric server. Let's install this and Minikube dashboard. It was already running. So I think we have done the part that our cluster is running, and let me get to kubectl get all get kubectl get all. I don't know why it's happening. A lot of so this is a cluster IP. That's the internal network. It's a service Kubernetes. There is no external running on port 443. We have deployed it 3 months, 3 minutes back, and so we're good. So I hope that you guys have liked the video. This was a kind of you know we got a lot of trouble in between with the user, with the root privilege, but finally we were able to fix the issue. I hope that you have learned a lot. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe and comment for any questions for clarification so I can create or reply to your comments. Thank you so much and take care.